Hey guys, so today I was looking through, scrolling through Facebook, of course, and I saw an article that was really interesting, and I am going to post a link to it below my video. And it is about the response that people have to trauma. It's either fight or flight, freeze, and there's a new term called fawning, Fawning. And I was intrigued by that. So I clicked on the article and I started reading, and then I found another article. And I wanted to make sure that I shared this with you because I had never heard of this before. And it really opened my eyes to some things. So basically the idea is that if you have been through some kind of very bad trauma or abusive relationship when you were young, that you learn to cope by pleasing others. And there's a bunch of different, there's a checklist of things you can check off to see if that applies to you, or maybe it applies to your child. And I have seen this in so many individuals, and some of it I've seen in myself, where you're try everything you can in the world to please others and to avoid conflict. And so this can be very unhealthy, as you can imagine, because you might, as you get older and you get into a relationship, can you imagine the type of relationship you'd have if you're constantly pleasing others at the expense of yourself? And so you tend to get into an abusive relationship, start dating people that are using you, or dating people that might, just take advantage of that. And so it's important to, if you have children who've been through a very traumatic experience, to kind of check in on that to see if that is something that they might need help with, because you definitely don't want your child to grow up and to be in a relationship where they're going to be abused again. Basically, that's what ends up happening, right? And so, and we know that. I mean, we know that people that grow up in a battered home, abusive home, end up, for whatever reason, you would think they would get away from that, but they kind of tend to gravitate towards that again. And sometimes subconsciously, like they don't intentionally do that. It's just the way it works. And so they learn to, people learn to manipulate others that are that way. It's just like bullies. Bullies always look for the weakest people to pick on at school. Well, the same way with this, if you are someone who is, who takes that type of approach in dealing with a traumatic experience, then you're going to be a target for people that prey on you, that look for that type of individual they can control, basically, because that's all it's all about. It's all about control. So anyway, look that up. Look up fawning and read for yourself and see if that is something that your child or yourself might need therapy for, because it's important to nip it in the bud, first of all, and second of all, to recognize it and to make sure you deal with it, because you definitely don't want to continue down that path, and you don't want your child to end up down that path. So anyway, fawning, new term. Every time I turn around, there's always something new. And this time, sometimes I'm like, oh, whatever, but this time I really think it's legitimate. I think it's something that definitely needs to be considered. I think it's something that is so important. That's why I decided to post this today, because I felt it was that important. All right, as always, good luck on your journey, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.